Hello everyone, Clint here. I hope everyone is doing great today. Today I'm coming at you with a video specific for my Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. And this is going to be my first watch face video that I've done with this particular watch. I do have a whole new set of watch faces. I do have videos before of watch faces that I use with the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. You can take a look at those on my channel. I'll leave links for those. But I want to start a new series on the Galaxy Watch 5 because this watch does look completely different style-wise, and so watch faces look different. One of my favorite things to do with a watch, my smartwatches, especially the Galaxy watches, is to change out the watch face. I use watch faces all the time. I can change them out 2 or 3 times a day just because I really like them, and I think they look cool with the watch, and they definitely look interesting with this particular watch. So this right here is an LDFAS leather hybrid band. This one is one of the ones coming up on one of my watch band videos, so stay tuned for that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Now, of course, this is just a stock watch face right here on the watch. Okay, let's get this started here. Let's get down a little bit more here so we can see the watch face. And let's take a look. So the first one we are going to look at is called the Dual Cluster version 1.3. I dig this watch. This watch actually looks really cool when I pair it with a with one of the rugged bands. I think it looks fantastic. But it looks fantastic even by itself, and you can change this one up here completely. As you can tell, it is a dual time band, so you have the analog and digital in there. And let's see, let's take a look at the customization of this. Is one thing I like about this one is you can change the dial color, and that's that whole background. I think it's pretty cool. So you can really change it up, and you can just have it black if that's what you want to do. Kind of like you know, deep color on that. You can change the hands, and what you're changing here is the hands color. And of course, if anybody knows, I do like orange everything. And so you can then change the theme, and what you're changing here is the second hand, which is pretty interesting. That's the only thing that changes there. We'll try to match that up with the orange. And then of course you got one complication here that you can change, and I will always have weather on mine as far as that goes. So we pop back over here. So that's the customization. As you can see here, we do have some touch targets. You got the compass, which I think is an interesting choice. You got the alarm over here. Then you have the battery meter, which is always good to have on the front. I really like to do that. And then the date and the day, and then the time here. And I think that is it for touch target. Oh, sorry, you got the Samsung Health touch target there too. And then you got your heart rate, or if you tap it, it'll actually take the heart rate. And for some reason, my heart rate's high today. I don't know why, but excellent, good looking watch face. I really like that one. You can definitely pair that up with different bands and cases and stuff. All right, let's go on to the next one here. The next one is WIW Analog Tag 2. I don't know where they get that name at, but obviously this is a Tag Heuer inspired watch face. I usually don't include watch faces, you know, that have some kind of name brand on there, but I really like the way this one looks. This one is obviously inspired. It's not an exact copy of a Tag Heuer, but I do like it. It looks pretty sharp, and this one looks really good when I pair it with my LDFAS titanium watch band, and you're doing something nice. It's really nice. This one does not have a lot of customization. As you can tell, it has 0. So all you get here is the date window, which, you know, it's trying to show a regular analog watch one. And then it gives you a day, what day it is, and then the battery percentage. You do have a sweeping hand here, a sweeping second hand, and then you have the minute increments around the dial, which I think is really nice. But super sharp looking watch face. And that's what it looks like always on display, which I also like. It continues to look like the regular watch face, because you know when you're trying to look nice, when you got this thing niced up, you want to be able to see that also. I don't know if I showed this one real quick. That's what the always on watch face looks like there. Pretty dark, you can't see much, but you get the kind of the gist of it to there. Oops. All right, let's move on to number 3. Number 3's got all kinds of cool stuff going on here. I like these kind of watch faces. This is called the Obsidian Tube. I think it's a 2.1 actually. I really like the way this one looks. I love the little mini dials. I like all the little numbers around the thing here, and I really like this little throwback there. I don't know if you can see that. It says "Manners maketh the man." Pretty cool. But it does have some little branding there with Obsidian, date, and then you got some dials here, which I really like. I think this watch face looks really cool. It's got a little bit of customization to it. You can change that background color, which I usually just leave this one black because the background color is kind of odd, because it doesn't do the whole thing, it just does the inside. So I just leave it like that and call that one good. And then we come over here, you got the outer dial. As you can tell, you can then match up the outer dial. Now the outer dial at a different color looks pretty cool. I do like that. Inner dial, same thing. You can tell on those ones you can change all those colors up. So there's a ton of ways to let's do that. That looks pretty cool. There's a ton of ways to make this watch face different and cool. And so we got hands also, so you can change up the hands. And then you have these hands on the inside. You can change that up. There's only 2 settings. Let's go with that one. And then you can also do the color here. And that is also those inside hands. Not sure we can see those. Of course, we're going to go with orange. And that's it. Now, if you notice, you can't really add any complications to it, which is a bummer, because I usually like to at least have weather on my watch band. But there you go. That looks pretty sharp still. I really like that one. I like to switch over to this one every once in a while. Okay, let's keep it moving here. Next one is going to be another branded kind of one, and this is a Breitling. Another nice looking, classy looking, you know, if you're going to go out on the town, dress it up with a nice leather band or something like that. I really like this one too. Same kind of concept, inspired by a Breitling watch, which is pretty good. And then you got your date here, and then there's not too much customization, but a little bit more than that last one. And you can tell here it's all about the colors and the hour hands, second hand. You can change AOD percentage, which that's interesting. We'll see what that looks like in the AOD. And then you can change the date to where it gives you a little bit different color date. And then this one does have like touch targets. They're not really complications, I know that's what it says, but it has adjustable touch targets, so you can program it to, you know, open up a certain app that you want to, though. But the colors here are pretty cool. And so, you know, and remember with watchOS 3.5, I think it is, you're allowed to now have multiple watch faces of the same watch face, but you can change up the colors and stuff and you just keep adding it. So, you know, if you had one particular one you wanted to have, and then that same watch face but in blue, because that's what you switch to all the time, you can easily do that now with I guess Wear OS 3.5, I guess is what it is, right? So lots of good complications on that one, or lots of good options on that one. But that's what that one looks like. It is a good looking watch face too. I really like it. Now let's go one more here, and I like to end one with a fun one. I think this one is super fun. It's called Plasthetics. I'm not sure where they get that name, but look at that. That is super cool. I think it's fun as can be. Big, huge numbers here. You got some cool looking information things here. You got nice little goal steps where it's like, you know, where it's full and empty. Gives you a battery temperature here. You got a battery percentage. You have a seconds actually clicking off here. A cool way to display the date. I think that is super cool. It's really, really fun watch face. So if you got something fun on, like you got a red band or something cool like that, even like, you know, like one of these on here, and then you wanted to change that up. Doesn't that look fun? I think that's super fun watch face. There's not too much customization here, but there is some. We can take a look. Here you can kind of change a little bit of a background. You can't really tell it's changing, but it is changing a little bit. You can change the colors here. For, if you notice, just a few things change colors, not too much. Changes colors like the second hand. And of course, we're going to keep that orange. And then you have some touch targets here. And that's just specifically for, they're not actually complications. I don't know why they call those complications, but they're just touch targets. So you can adjust each one of these touch targets. And, you know, when you just click into it, you can tell it what you want it to have on there. And that's it. So touch targets, as you can see, those touch targets right down there. And yeah, super cool. So now you got the weather, your steps, your distance, I think how many calories or calories that you burn, and then goals here. So super fun watch face. I really like that one. Anyways, guys, those are the 5 that I wanted to show you today. I find new watch faces pretty much almost every day. I download several of those. Most of these are pay watch faces. I think it's important to support our developers, so I have no problem paying for a watch face. If I'm actually going to use it, should be no problem at all. So I will have links to all of these in the description below and links to anything else you see here. But that's all I have for you today, and thank you for staying to the end, and I will see you on the next one.